Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be reviewing set number 76119. This is Batmobile Pursuit of the Joker. This is part of the anniversary sets that came out recently and is a 2019 set. Has been out for about a month now. I'm glad to see Batman and Joker in the same set here. And this is obviously inspired by the Tim Burton era of Batman, as well as some of the animated series which have a very similar looking Batmobile. Obviously it's got the Lego twist on it. It's not quite the same as either of those, but definitely inspired by it. And looking at this set, it looks awesome straight away. It's an 8 stud wide. Well, actually it's a 9 stud wide because you've got these bits on the wheels as well. It's got features coming out like stud shooters. We've got jet engines here. We've got Batman looking very serious. I think that's a great looking Batman they've included in this set. It's almost like the armor from the Tim Burton Batman. And Joker, great. As I said, I'm really happy to see this in the same set. I love the box art with this sort of Arkham, Gotham City, grunginess behind it. And then very much an animated kind of style Lego Batman there. Around the back of the box, we can see that you've got a lift up front, so you can see 2 fans. I'm not really sure what the advantage of seeing 2 fans is, but you can see 2 fans. You've got the stud shooter that tucks in when it's not being used, and then you can pull it out and fire it. You've got an opening canopy for Batman, and then when you push him along, you've got these flames at the back that spin around. Looking at this box, it looks like there's an ejector seat for Batman, but there isn't. So I've also read a couple of instances where you need to look at how the cape and the hood fit in while he's in the car as well, which could be a problem. Now I am going to unbox this quickly and show you what's in it. So let's start by running a knife down here, because I keep my boxes. A question that comes up quite frequently. Boxes are important to me. Now let's see what state the instruction manual's in this one, because the last few I've had have been quite bad. Why is it folded? Lego, come on. Why does that need to be folded? Seriously. Oh, just drives me nuts. Sorry, that's my gripe. There are no stickers in this set. I do know that for a fact. These are all printed pieces. Oh, not that, obviously. These are printed pieces, but everything else is actually, they're just plain. It's Batman. It doesn't need stickers. So yeah, we can see the manual. Pretty standard manual. You see how long the car is in that picture there. And then you've got 3 bags of parts. So bag 1, that's going to be working on the chassis, and there's Batman as well included. Then we've got bag 2 here, which is going to build out the features of the car. We've got the interior, we've got the Joker in there, and then the last one is going to be the bodywork. So now I'm going to set off and build this set for you. I'll do a speed build, and at the end of it we'll go through and see what this set is and what I think of it. Hope you enjoyed that speed build. If you want to see that set built in real time, there's a link in the top corner now. I will start by saying I really enjoyed making this set. There's nothing overly complicated in it, but it was just a nice build. It was one of those things come together, you see the chassis come together and it just sort of builds upwards, and then in the last bag you're suddenly adding in all this sort of extra features on the outside of it, which was really nice to do. There's a bit of Technic underneath as well, which is what actually controls this flame on the back here, which is one of the play features. I'll show you that in a second. This one is very much inspired by the sort of Tim Burton / Keaton Batman era, and a bit of the animated series as well. There was one that was a very long car. This is a long car. That's there's no question there. But I think it looks really good. The finished product is really good fun to look at. It's good to play with. And there are no stickers on this set. None. These are printed pieces on the wheels. Look at that. The great proper bat symbol printed on tiles. Looks awesome. Now there's not many play features. I'll start around the front here. You can lift this nose up and see a couple of fans there. It's not really very exciting. You've got these stud shooters on the side that lift up and fire. They don't really do a lot. And then on the back there's this flame which when you pull the car along spins around. Look at that. Wow. I think that's really cool. I like that one. Very kind of Batman from the sort of 60s. If anyone doesn't know what that is, I apologise. I'm showing my age. But the body is very angular, as you can see. There's no apologies for making it look mean, and it works very well. I like the detailing here as well. They've put these wedges in here and then tiled along the top here, which gives it kind of, if you've seen the Keaton Batmobile, there's a scene where the car becomes very armoured, and it looks very much like that, where it just goes across the back of the car. Reminds me of that one. Around the back here we've got an air intake, and we've got these two jet turbines here, which are obviously powering that meaty flame on the back. You've got to get some air in there somehow. One thing you can do as well if you want, this is a personal preference, is actually change the angle on these wings. They are on a piece that lets you move them around. Now I've set them so just on a slight angle. Want them just to kind of be outwards but not too much. That's my personal preference, and the good thing with this is you can do whatever you like. I love these these fins under here as well. There is a lot to do, a lot to really like. One thing I did like as well is how they've done these they've put these tiles underneath here to finish everything off, so then you build down to it. They've done the same front and back. There's this nice tile lip, which I think looks really good. I'm considering if I'm going to move these lights up one. I don't think they look right, personally. Let me know in the comments what you think of that one, though. That's my personal preference on that one. Around the back here, I like the use of these guns as well as like the igniters or some kind of system for the flame, what's going on in the flame here. Lifting up the canopy here is nicely hinged. It doesn't just detach, it's actually a hinged canopy, which I think is a really good feature. And there is Batman. Now you can see he's shoehorned in there with his cape, but I've seen a couple of people say that you can't close this properly, but that is actually closed all the way, so I don't know why they've had a problem with it not closing. If we get Batman out of there, see if he'll come out. I'm on film here, so it usually doesn't work when you do that one. Got this nice hint of the red leather, because you know, Batman needs to have a stylish interior to his car. There's not a lot to write home about in there. A steering wheel and a control panel there, but room for Batman, and I like the fact that that's finished that way. Just gives it a bit of difference, a differentiation from sort of the normal cars, and you can see what I mean about those tiles when looking at it from the top there. In terms of the minifigures, I think they're both cracking figures personally. In terms of the figures, I think they're both really good. Batman for this one doesn't have a utility belt in an accessory as usual. It's actually printed onto the bodywork, so that again is kind of like a cross between an older era Batman and some of the cartoons. Over here we've got Joker, and I think his outfit's spectacular. I think they've chosen a really good one there. I've put my favourite face on him there, which is the big cheesy Joker grin that you get. As you can see, they both get secondary prints, and I like the way the Joker's coat actually comes round to the back here. The texture continues on. It's got that buckle there. Batman's got a cape obviously, so it doesn't matter if there's any detail there. And they've both got these secondary faces. I will flag one thing with Batman that I am not 100% happy with. I can live with it, as I've said in other sets, and you'll see another review coming up soon that I've made the same comment in, where they're printing these colours onto something like a strong colour like this black or say a purple. The colour that this is supposed to be should be skin coloured like the box here. So you can see the colour's just not there. I think it just needs like an extra layer of white or something printed before they do this top coat. It just feels like they just need to put a little bit more into that printing process just to get that right, because otherwise the figures are brilliant. This is all the spare parts you get with this set, and it's a very generous set of spares. This is the only part that's used in the car, is the front, on the front there. These other pieces aren't used anywhere, so I'm quite surprised you get all these juicy pieces. I'm not sure why LEGO's included all of those. I'm not complaining. And bonus, you get one of these awesome hubcaps as well, which is great. Otherwise, there's not a lot to write home there. Just the usual 1x1 studs, Technique piece, one of the arms that holds the wing on at the back, cheese wedge there, translucent cheese wedge. But these, look, how good is that? There's so many things you could do with it. I need a bit of Batcave now just so I can accessorize. So as you can tell from the way I've been talking about this set, I'm a bit of a fanboy of it. I think it's really good looking set. I love it. It's got this Lego twist. It's unique Lego design. They've done their own spin on it. It's kind of got that Keaton era design inspiration as well. It's very classic Batman to me. I think this is a superb set in that respect. It just looks so good from every angle. There's nowhere it looks bad. It even looks good from underneath. The price for this is okay as well. It comes in at 50 Australian dollars. I'll put the US prices in the corner for you here. That works out about 13 cents per piece, which is not terrible for a licensed set. Overall, I'm so happy with this set. I think it's a great addition to any Batcave or Lego City. You've got to have the crime fighter there. The Crepe Crusader is DC's undisputed legendary hero. I think it's a lot of fun, and it'll make anybody who owns it who is a Batman fan very happy. I think Lego has done an excellent job on this set. Let me know in the comments what you think, your thoughts on this. Do you agree with what I've said? Is it something you're going to go out and get? Let me know in the comments what you think of this set. Do you agree with what I've said about it? Or is there some items you would change about it? Now, don't forget to give this video a like so YouTube knows you enjoyed it. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. I do post regularly. Now, here's a couple more videos I think you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.